Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, imagine you're trying to get something to grow, maybe literally in your garden, or, a project, maybe even a skill. How do you get the best results without, tons and extra work?
Right, optimize the growth.
Exactly. So today we're digging into Notes on Gardening, part 575. It's this really neat personal observation about a specific technique.
Ah, the pinching technique.
Yeah, precisely. Applied to Torenia Fournieri plants. And it's kind of amazing how this small action seems to have a big effect. We want to give you those little nuggets, those aha moments.
Definitely. And Torenia Fournieri, that's the wishbone flower, right? Beautiful little annual.
That's the one.
And pinching. It sounds simple, but it's quite specific. It's not just randomly pulling off leaves.
No, it's about removing the very tip, the main growing point, usually just above where some leaves branch out.
Exactly. And the idea is to encourage a certain kind of growth.
Yeah.
Deliberate intervention.
So the author of these notes, they were working with seedlings, young Torenia plants, and noticed something pretty crucial. They found that by carefully pinching the tips of some of these young plants, they actually got them to develop more side branches.
So encouraging bushier growth instead of just shooting straight up.
Right. The hope being, denser foliage, maybe more flowers down the line. But here's the really interesting part. The author's kind of aha moment.
What was it?
It seems like this pinching works best when the plants are, get this, specifically between 5 and 12 centimeters tall.
Huh. 5 to 12 centimeters.
Yeah.
That's quite a narrow window.
It is. Not just young plants, but that specific size range.
And that really makes you think, doesn't it? Why that particular size? Why not smaller? Why not bigger?
Exactly.
It suggests there's this critical window, a point where the plant is strong enough to handle the pinch, but hasn't yet put all its energy into just growing upwards. It's maybe about redirecting certain growth hormones at just the right moment.
Yeah, seems plausible. Shifting focus from vertical to lateral growth.
And if you think bigger picture, it just underscores how important timing can be in any growth process, really. Finding that optimal moment for an intervention.
Totally. And the author isn't just guessing here. They're, properly observing this.
Treating it like a mini experiment.
Exactly. The notes say they plan to watch these plants closely over the next few weeks. Compare the pinched ones to the ones left alone.
Good. See if it actually leads to significantly denser plants.
Yeah.
That's the key, right? Verifying the observation.
Right. It's that process of testing and seeing what really works.
So if we step back a bit, what this deep dive really highlights is how a precise targeted action.
Like pinching a tiny plant tip.
Yeah, exactly. At just the right developmental moment can seriously influence the outcome, the growth, the yield. It's about maximizing potential, finding that sweet spot.
So what's the takeaway for you listening beyond, actual gardening tips?
Right. Unless you happen to be growing Torenia.
Maybe you are. But I think this little insight is a great reminder. Sometimes the biggest improvements come from small, really specific adjustments.
Applied at just the right time.
Yeah. So think about it. Where are those critical windows in your own work or learning or projects? Is there an early stage where a focused pinch, a specific action or bit of practice could really encourage richer, denser foliage later on?
Finding your own optimal pinch points.
Exactly. What small, precise action timed just right could help you cultivate something unexpectedly better in your own life? Something to think about.